Okay, hey guys, here is my quick overview, my opinion. Now, I don't like to say review because I'm not a professional reviewer. I just do this casually because I actually like to use this stuff. But here is my quick opinion of the new Nikon full frame DSLR camera, the D750. This model came out a few months ago, I believe. And if you look at the reviews of this camera, everywhere from YouTube to digital photography sites, they are saying that this is probably the best overall full frame DSLR camera that Nikon makes, at least, if not just Nikon, but just that's out there right now. If you go to CNET and you look at the reviews there, they're saying this is the best mid-range DSLR. I don't even know that this is considered mid-range, but I guess for professionals this is mid-range. But I think, in my opinion, it's a little expensive, but this probably is the best DSLR camera that is out there right now. So right now, the average retail price with this lens, it's a 20 to 120 millimeter lens right now that comes with this camera. If you want to just get the body, that's fine too. Averaged for about $3,600 retail, but you can get it online for like $29.99 for this particular package. But if you want to just get the body, I think it ranges anywhere from, I've seen as cheap as $1,800 all the way up to $2,300 depending on the website. So, but what you're looking at right now, actually, you could probably get from most websites for $29.99. That's $2,999. I lucked out. I got it for a very good price. I got it from Rakuten.com, also known as Buy.com. Got it on sale literally a couple of days before Christmas. So I paid a lot less than $29.99. So I'm not going to let you know how much I paid, but I paid a lot less than $29.99. But this camera, let me tell you, just from the pictures that I've taken so far, this camera is phenomenal. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of the camera. I'm not going to show you any sample shots. I'm sure you can figure out a 24 megapixel camera, full frame DSLR. Take some pretty good pictures, and I'm not a professional, so I'm not going to take any professional shots, but just to kind of show you how I think this makes it an awesome camera, and what makes it special is I'll show you some of the features on here that I think are pretty cool. And I am a previous Nikon DSLR owner. I have the D7000 also, but I've always wanted to go to a full frame camera. And if you look on the camera itself, you can tell it's full frame with Nikon because it has this FX on here. FX means, that's Nikon's way of saying that is a full frame camera. Okay, I don't know if there we go, it says FX right there in the bottom corner. Okay, so that's how you know if it's a DX or FX. FX means it's full frame, basically meaning the sensor will give you the picture of a 35 millimeter camera, a traditional 35 millimeter camera. DX is a cropped frame, which means your sensor is going to be smaller, your picture is going to be a little bit more zoomed in, and overall you just don't get as wide a field of view. So I'm going to show you the camera real quick. Okay, as you can see, this 20 to 120 millimeter lens is a beast. Even the lens hood itself is like tremendous. So one thing I noticed right away, the only con I think of this particular lens, this thing is heavy. I think it's almost heavier than the body itself. This lens is heavy. So that was one concern I had, but just the pictures that this thing takes, the minimum aperture of 4 is, or maximum aperture of 4, the picture's very sharp. Just looking at the lens hood itself, this thing is a beast. Okay. But the lens hood itself, just by looking at it, you could tell this is a professional looking lens. All right, but it is heavy. It is a very heavy lens, I will tell you that. Okay, that's the one con. Now looking at the body, so if you want to know the difference between full frame FX or a crop sensor DX, if you look inside, don't know if you can see that, but that mirror, if you compare that to a DX sensor, that thing is tremendous. Alright, so that's what's going to give you brighter light. It's going to enable you to take wider pictures, but that huge sensor inside gives you ultra bright, crisper pictures. Overall, more light in pictures means sharper, more detailed, better looking pictures. That's why I always want to go full frame. Okay, let's put this back on. Okay. Other thing about the D750, Nikon's first full-frame camera with a swiveling LCD screen. So it doesn't swivel out, it swivels up, swivels down. So for example, you know, if you're up on high, you want to take pictures low, all right, you can be taking like this, all right. So now you can see what's going to be in focus, all right. Same thing if you're going to be on the ground, pets, babies, whatever. Okay, you can shoot low now, right, and you can see what's on the screen. You can put this on the ground, see what's on the screen. That's pretty cool. For Nikon's first full-frame DSLR camera to have a swiveling LCD screen. What else is cool? I can't show you, but has built-in Wi-Fi. All right. So this is their first full-frame camera. I know the DX sensor, the crop sensor 5300, because I had that camera too, has built-in Wi-Fi also. But this is Nikon's first full-frame camera with built-in Wi-Fi. So let's see if we can get to that setting here. Okay. See if I remember where it is. Here we go, Wi-Fi, okay? Built-in. First full-frame camera with built-in Wi-Fi. Alright, it's pretty cool. You can actually control this camera with your smartphone. Alright, you can also transfer pictures immediately to your smartphone. So for those of you that are on social media, you can upload it right away. But it's the first full-frame camera with built-in Wi-Fi. Pretty cool. And I've been waiting for a camera with a swiveling screen, full frame, and built-in Wi-Fi. Only thing that I wish it had was if it had the ability to swivel outward, so you could take a selfie. But obviously Nikon wanted to maintain the integrity of their buttons supposedly, so they're only able to swivel up and down. But hey, that's good enough for me. Okay. Okay. Also, what's different on this camera versus the D7000 at least? This I don't really like, but you know, it's okay. Has this locking button if you want to change the camera modes, whereas the D7000 you can just turn it, but you know, that's different, but it's okay. All right. Obviously you have your dual SD card slots. Okay, that's pretty much the same. Okay. So like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you know, I just want to show you what I think it makes this camera probably the best DSLR camera out there. Not only for the money, swiveling screen, built-in Wi-Fi, full frame, okay, and this 20 to 120 millimeter lens that it comes with. This thing is a beast, but the pictures it takes is extremely sharp. If you go read anywhere, go on to any online site about digital photography, they always say sometimes it's more important to invest in a great lens than a body. Spend money on the lens versus, you know, upgrading bodies. I will tell you this lens is fantastic. So if you just look at the glass itself in here, you can see it. That lens is huge. Okay. So that's my quick overview. Like I said, I'm not going to show you any shots, but you know, I think this camera is fantastic. Just from the pictures I've taken from it so far, you can see the detail is phenomenal. It takes brighter pictures since it's full frame, and it enables me to take a wider picture, so I don't have to stand back as far. But this camera is a beast. So if you guys are looking to upgrade from DX sensor to an FX sensor, especially those of you that are Nikon fans like I am, you know, I actually looked at the 810 too. But for the money, the 810, it's a lot bigger, it's heavier, doesn't have the swiveling screen, doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi. It does give you 36 megapixels for me, which was a draw. But this one is faster. It does 6.5 frames per second, whereas the 810 only does, I think, 5 now, where it used to do 4. But I just didn't need all those megapixels. And that camera, I think just for the body, is about at least $1,000 more. So for me, I'm a recreational user. In my opinion, if you want full frame, I would go with this camera. Forget the 610, forget the 810, go with the D750. This camera is a beast.